Hi, my name is Tim. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Grab your snacks because we're about to watch Harry Potter 20th Anniversary Return to Hogwarts, released in 2022. If you're brand new to the channel, welcome. I just finished watching the entire Harry Potter series for the first time, starting from the 2001 movie. 20 years later, we got a little reunion of most of the actors over here. A couple of them unfortunately passed away through the years, and really recently we got Robbie Coltrane, the actor who portrays Hagrid over here. Rest in peace. Yeah, just after finishing the entire series, saw the news, and now recording this a bit later afterwards. Really curious about what we're going to be having over here. I'm excited just to get a lot of the behind the scenes, since this is my first time seeing it really recently, only a couple of weeks for me. You know, I don't have any context, any behind the scenes or all of that stuff about other stuff, so it would be really interesting to just have more about this over here. Really haven't seen any reunion type of stuff. I know that they do it for older stuff, for like Friends and a bunch of other shows and stuff like that, but I haven't seen any, so really curious if you guys want me to check out some other franchises and check out some other reunion perhaps. Maybe that is something that I could do more on the channel. So yeah, gonna be watching the whole film or documentary. I don't know how to call this, but essentially gonna be cutting it down for YouTube. Full length reaction is gonna be found in the link in the description below to check out the Patreon page, get early access to future videos, and also vote in polls to decide what I watch next on the channel. Also doing a little Harry Potter giveaway on Deathly Hallows Part 2 at the end. I explained a bit about what I am doing for the giveaway, so check that out. Make sure to stay till the end, and if you can get 1,000 comments on that video, then I'm gonna be doing the giveaway. But yeah, let's check out Harry Potter 20th Anniversary Return to Hogwarts. Love the high production of this. Look at that. Yo, oh my god, all of these are just adults. Yo, they've aged so much. I mean, they take it or so. Oh, Bellatrix. Are these shots from the movies? These are definitely shots from the movies themselves, yeah. Also, back in the day, so much more was practical. Did they, like, again, I don't know how much of it's CG, but damn. Hey, we got our main guy, our main Harry. Oh, rocking the beard.
People meeting in secret all over the country were holding up their glasses and saying in hushed voices,
so everybody's here except him? Everybody's here except him? Everybody except the boy who lived?
Here we are.
20 years down the road.
Yo, this is so crazy that all of this is so practical.
Like, I would never get to ask this question. Like, how did you end up doing Harry Potter?
I ended up doing it because my daughter Eleanor convinced me to read the books.
Oh,
after
she loved
I
the
refused
books.
3 times.
Okay.
So then I had to fly to Edinburgh to meet Joe Rowling. This is my vision. She said that's exactly the way I see the movie.
Okay, interesting, cool.
I think I probably would have been about 8 years old. I think that's
Is she gonna be here? JK, I know there's a lot of
our family
problematic.
thing.
I went for a sleepover at his house. He said, well, Philosopher's Stone's there on the bookshelf.
Yo, this is crazy, like reading a book as a kid and then being, you know, a huge part of a franchise.
Stone.
And in terms of casting, it was, the search for Harry Potter was insane.
The new Harry Potter film are looking for children to play the 3 main roles.
And of course, while there's still one gentleman holding a boom mic straight over our heads, and this little girl asked me, "What's that?" "It's a mic, duh." I remember it because it was Emma.
I became
Oh my god, bro, it was her, and she still got it.
the excitement around this audition.
Oh my god, such a baby. How old was she? How old was she?
I think the biggest pressure at the beginning was who was going to be Harry Potter.
We couldn't find
Yeah,
her.
of course. Oh, wow, she's here. I'd never heard her voice before, so.
This is the kid we've been
Oh,
looking
wow.
for months.
Oh, wow,
So
because
asked
of
the
another
casting
movie?
director, I
Okay.
said, we've got to get him in here for an audition. His parents do not want him involved in this world.
I think
Why
the deal was
not?
to sign on for like all 7 films, and they would be filmed in LA.
Yeah, I
Fortunately,
mean, yeah,
David
I mean, it makes
Heyman-
sense.
That's a dragon egg.
What is it?
That's what that is.
What is that?
I was a very happy kid who had a really haunted quality, apparently. You're really sweet, but you look like you have real, like, stuff going on.
It was very emotional.
This chemistry, which immediately was obvious in the first
Yo,
screen.
he looks so different.
I checked this out first term for a bit of light reading. At least
Yo, she's
50 weeks
acting
after
for her
reading
life. Let's go.
Of the Sorcerer's Stone. The what? Oh, honestly, don't you two read?
Oh my god, we're so young. Oh, come on, look at that. We're just so happy. It must have been so fun on set.
It feels like no time has passed and loads of time has passed simultaneously.
Yeah, kind of much the same. It's quite surreal. Feel my age.
But there is like such a collection of like shared memories and stuff that we just all did together. That
Oh
is
yeah, they spent years of her life, her whole childhood.
I do remember that when it was the three of us, something felt different and right and easy. I do remember the click.
That's it. Sometimes chemistry is just clicks or not.
And they
It
were
just
like,
clicks.
cool, so.
Well, Emma was arguably the smartest person on the set. And I'm talking about everybody.
cool.
She was a brilliant kid.
I think I'm scarily like my character.
Rupert was Ron. You
Yo,
know,
he wasn't
and
ready for
Dan
this.
kind of was Harry.
Well, on the first film, I was dying the entire time.
Yeah, especially with kids, right? You can't
I
really.
feel like it's a family. I want everyone to feel like they're home.
Okay, first movie, first year. Oh, this is so cool. This is so cool.
Raise your hand over the broom. The first several weeks on the film, the kids are basically in shock.
Must have been a nightmare with kids.
We were very much just like kids being kids on a set.
Oh my god, okay. Oh my god, all of the kids. I mean, having nothing to do.
They say a line and then they'd smile at the camera, or they were just so happy to be in a Harry Potter film that they couldn't contain their excitement long enough to focus on an entire scene.
You're such a dad as well. Like, you could really feel that. Like,
That's what you need.
Be a little looser with this.
But it's not easy because it takes a tremendous amount of patience.
I mean, on a big set like this, it's so impressive. It's all the first time.
boys here. Spirit.
We sort of ran around and I guess we were all like,
I don't recognize him.
People to do the right
Let me
thing.
know who he
But
was
that doesn't
in the
mean you're
movie.
gonna get the other.
I don't think any of the kids had the capability of understanding the gravity of who they were dealing with at the time.
That was no stranger Hagrid met in the village.
Oh yeah, Alan Rickman and everything. Yeah.
How to get past Fluffy.
Adult actors came in and were like the mischief.
Okay, I mean, if it's the kids fooling around and having fun, they're gonna be acting like that as well, right?
every moment I woke up, it's like, my husband is threatening to leave me.
Oh my god.
Well, we spent so much time together.
I know.
mean-
I spent more time with you than I did with my own children. at
I
one
know,
point.
wild.
Yeah, being like 8-10 hours per day for weeks on end.
I keep thinking about that scene.
It
where I
seems
get
to be
called
more
a
personal.
mudblood.
Yeah.
And you were so sweet with me that day.
Call me a mudblood.
He did not.
The three of you have become such great actors. Being on that set, you felt like you actually entered the world.
Yeah.
With all of Stuart Craig's sets.
Yeah.
Reading the Impossible, the sets. Are we gonna get some behind the scenes about that?
That
Okay,
couldn't
this is
exist in
interesting.
reality.
This is what I want to know
I
more
had a
about.
tremendous
They walked me through the Great Hall, which was mind-blowing.
A lot of those scenes with 250 extras, and they're all about 18 and trampling around, and you're not going to put up
How?
plastic.
How? This is insane.
Hundreds of real candles that were really lit on the fishing line from
Oh
the
my god, the
ceiling.
line.
So much.
The line started to burn.
So Joe Rowling basically did a rule book for us, a Quidditch rule book.
Okay, that's cool.
Explaining every
That's
detail
cool.
of the game.
There was a moment on day 2, maybe, or 3. We're not going home, not really.
Feels strange to be going home. I'm not going home. Not really.
This kid is an
He's
amazing
gonna go
actor.
far. He's
And
gonna
it was
go
that
far.
moment kind of opened up the whole world for us. And the first film is very storybook. I had a ball on the second film, The Chamber of Secrets, because I was like, free.
Yeah, you're like, oh, this is in the book. You're like, oh yeah, this is gonna be easy and everything, but come on, you don't want to let your guard be down, right? You still want to do a good film. You want to do a good film.
I always loved any scene where the kind of Weasleys were all together, like the Burrows.
Yeah, there's such big scenes, but also more personal
off each
scenes,
other.
right?
I feel like being a Weasley is the best part of being in Harry Potter. We had like our Hogwarts family, but I felt like so special having an actual.
Julie Walters, who played my mother, Mrs. Weasley, was just so wonderful and brilliant to me. She really kind of took me under her wing, and she just was like the perfect mother figure.
I love seeing blooper reels, right?
Isn't working.
This is so exciting. Yeah. It's the first time I've been back since Azkaban.
We didn't know you were going to
wow.
come back. It's just very natural when we were all together. It was a family, you know, I mean, in all but name.
It's Potter.
Oh no.
I was first aware of Harry Potter because everybody was reading the books on the tube. Asked me to play Lucius, and thank God they did.
You must be a Weasley.
He's the product of his parents.
I mean, it's often how it is, right?
I adored Tom from the second I met him, but he was always just the biggest sweetheart.
Working with Jason was a real treat. Just
immediately
turned into the most unfriendly, horrible person.
Yeah, he treated you bad, upset. I mean, you know, not bad, but you know what I mean.
Draco touched something and I used this cane and I went, but I didn't know how sharp the teeth were. And they went right into little Tom's hands.
No.
And he looked up at me and his eyes welled with tears.
And he'll come and give you a cuddle and say, oh, did I hit you too hard? Did I hit you too hard? He's real, you know, Jekyll and Hyde, that one.
Oh God, not Dobby. Not, bro, no.
The shock is pathetic, isn't it, on one level, but on another level, it's everything, and that's...
Well, I mean, it's his freedom. It's his freedom. Oh, yeah.
Master has presented Dobby with clothes.
Had one of our greatest laughs together with Richard Harris, and we had a animatronic version of Fox the Phoenix. Richard came in and looked at the Phoenix. Wow, they train these animals marvelously these days.
Because they had
Oh my God, oh my God.
It was insane that we were part of that.
You know, I do not know of another human being that could have started the series in the way you did.
I always felt guilty about leaving.
Why did he only do the 2 first movies and not the other ones?
I don't think you ever get enough credit for like what you achieved on those first 2 and with all of us, and so thank you so much.
Yeah, because there's a lot of directors, right? No, Gary Oldman, an OG here.
Thank you for coming.
I love that all of these are physical locations, or so much of these, or even, you know, the stats that still exist.
It's part of Joe's themes of don't judge a book by its cover. Black
Yes,
is
that's
criminal.
true.
And yet, when Harry meets him and through the course of the 3rd film,
he sees what he is.
Who he has been told he
exactly.
was.
Yeah.
He's somebody very different.
I was aware of Harry Potter, but it was very much a sort of kids thing. People were telling me to read the books, and I had kids, so it was going to be in my universe somewhere.
For Azkaban, it's a coming of age. They're passing the threshold between childhood and their teenage years. That overshadows everything around Harry. And we needed to convey that also stylistically.
Interesting. But he had the addition of the Dementors, right? Everything along with that.
What's going on?
No.
It was a much darker kind of story. There was a lot of kind of
yes.
adult themes in it.
But I think that the most important piece to achieve that was Dan's performance.
So much is riding on him. So much.
14. I remember being like in awe of when they came in was Gary
I remember
Oldman.
that. You were like, listen, Emma, you need to be cool. Because Gary Oldman is a really big deal and you need to be cool.
It was really sweet to see the two of them. And it was
good. And the bond off screen, it really helps the bond on screen, right?
Harry has
off screen, on screen.
All the stuff in the Shrieking Shack at the end, I feel like me, Rupert, and Emma were just like watching tennis in that scene, just being like, this is acting, guys. Just watching you guys as people and just watching these like incredible actors who were just like, oh yeah, no, you're just people and you'd have fun in between and the whole process doesn't have to be painful. It can be intense.
Yeah, exactly.
I trusted you!
And you can see Rupert and Emma and Dan that they are completely committed to the scene.
I always loved the character of Sirius. I love the relationship Harry and Sirius have. He's like this cool uncle, but also older brother.
He's painted as this villainous guy, has the
Alfonso was like, now you're teenagers, and I'm going to treat you like a teenager.
So he set us this exercise where he asked us to write an essay in character.
And I said, Rupert, where's your assignment? It says, well, I thought
Rupert wouldn't do it. Was that his excuse?
Do it. So, she's wrong 100%.
I mean, that's all on the casting, right? It really is.
But with Potter, you would come
back every year,
Yeah, and that's what made it, amongst many things, what made it very special.
Goblet of Fire was so lovely. I remember seeing the Beauxbatons come and do their entrance and...
Oh my God, she's tall. I mean, she was on stilts, but you know, but still.
Is just this excited, loud, passionate man.
That's fun how for every movie, depending on the theme or the tone, they have, you know, a perfect director.
Bombastic.
Well suited, yeah.
It has to have this great
action, intensity,
core to it.
The Weasley twins, whom I was very fond of, they had to fight.
These two were sort of pressing about at it. Well, of course, I was a tubby 60-year-old gent at that stage. I really shouldn't have done it, and cracked a couple of ribs, and so was in absolute agony from
oh my God,
on, that I had made a complete complete twit of myself. Everybody felt much better for that.
You know,
okay, oh my god.
Having crushes for the first time, asking someone to the date, to the Yule Ball, and they really felt like that too because we were literally having the same experiences.
That film was probably peak hormone, at least for me.
Oh my god, yes, yes. For a character or for yourself?
Bring in two massive groups of new people, all of them are like purposefully hot for the film.
Exactly, yeah.
A huge acting stretch for me to tap into my awkward,
Yeah.
nerdy teenage side.
One of the big sequences was the Christmas ball.
The scene when the students are learning to dance.
Yeah, yo, those times, oh boy.
Weirdly, I felt quite self-conscious about it. I didn't really know. I'd never danced with a lady.
We were winding him up. We were winding up anyway before we started filming. No, you know, the routine. Like, we've all been doing a routine for like the past 6 weeks or something like that.
Just trying to build the pressure.
All I can remember is that like 6-layer collar thing you had
Oh,
on.
the little frill thing, yeah. It was very Weasley.
You did,
Yeah, it's
you did.
perfect.
I pulled it off.
I'm not sure you pulled it off.
Is that Hermione Granger with Victor Crumb?
Yo, that's freaking Victor.
Absolutely not.
With jealousy. You jealous.
I just knew it was the like duckling becomes a swan moment. Mike Newell coached me to walk down the stairs in the dress. He's giving me a million different directions about how to walk down the stairs, and of course, I fell down the stairs.
I'm not a dancer and I will never be able to dance. Yeah, I feel like I'm pretty...
I mean, you don't have to be really professional. You have to seem like a normal kid, right? That's a bit clumsy. I mean, it's normal.
Emma and I have always loved each other, really.
I walked in.
Yo.
The assignment that had been given was to draw what you thought God looked like.
Oh my god, yo, what?
I used to come in every day and look for his number on the call sheet. It was number 7.
Yo.
And so for him, he was like, you're like my little sister. Tom was the one that I could often be more vulnerable with. Nothing has ever happened romantically with us.
Okay, come on. Come on, look at her face. It's about to. It's about to after this reunion, you know? People are being reunited to, yeah, mingle.
Suddenly there is
There it is.
Voldemort.
There it is, Tom Riddle.
My sister has children who are then around 10, 11, 12. I said, Martha, I don't know about this Harry Potter thing, Voldemort. What's that? What? You're being asked to play Voldemort?
Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
Design ideas for the look. I wasn't expecting that.
Oh my god, what?
Harry Potter.
Hey, oh my god, the noise.
And for some reason, I was terrified of him.
Exactly.
Strong. It felt powerful. It felt evil.
Yeah.
What
Oh my
was
god,
big
yo. He
was-
was there for like one movie, bruh.
Cedric is killed.
Yeah, they should have introduced him in the previous movie, right? I think spending a bit more time with him would have been good, but this was a perfect choice to get rid of him.
Father believes that his son has won, and then he realizes that the kid is dead. You realize that this movie is not about life, it's about death.
So good. And 3 and 4, seriously, some of the best ones, especially this one. 4th one, I want to re-watch it after this.
And are going to have to confront the perils of adulthood, and it all comes from that moment of death.
Well, now we're going to be getting the Horcruxes soon. the bank. Oh, let's go, Bellatrix.
Do this in your house. They're all still here.
They're really still here. I mean, has anyone
Oh my
said that?
god.
This is so sad.
Oh, I just love how we're just having so much fun. It's not even a job. It's just, it's a life. It's a lifestyle. You're really these characters, right?
Nice to see you. What does it say?
Dear HBC,
Yeah.
it was a pleasure being your co-star and coaster. Wow. We can share this now. I said, I do love you, and I just wish I'd been born 10 years earlier. I might have been in with a chance.
It's all right.
Yo.
Lots of love and thanks for being
Yo.
cool.
I mean, Hollywood, there's a big age difference sometimes.
Dan, actual relic. It's 11 years and yeah, it smells a bit whiffy.
Oh my god, been in baggies for 11 years.
What do you think?
Yeah, I'd forgotten.
Do you remember me?
I remember this is, yeah.
It might not mean much on the page, but she's going to do something significant. With Bella.
Yeah, with serious, okay.
During the...
Yeah, there's like a playfulness to
There was
her,
the
which is
playfulness.
like
Oh,
even more-
100%. There's so much theatrics with these characters, which you don't have many chances to do characters like these. I feel like it's just pure insanity.
I remember trying to be in charge of the scene, and her just
Yeah,
having
forget
the
it.
best time. Cackle, she could jump up and down.
Because it's her character, right?
I killed you.
Hey, all of you adults together.
Had to be done. And we had a real duel, and they cut the whole lot.
And we were on that set for days.
Yo, and most of it was cut.
Then there was speculation of, does he come back?
That's it. Bye-bye.
You and Gary and David would treat us more like adults. I loved it. Like, can you push me? Like, we want to try and be actors too.
I mean, that's true, right? Different stages, gonna be treated differently. Oh my god, not her. Oh my god, not her. Not her.
Discouraged.
David was just such a sweet, kind of gentle guy that really cared so much about all of these characters.
Grow the whole thing up and make it a little bit more adult and sort of
I mean, they are slowly becoming
a little darker.
Oh wow, he did all of them. He did the rest of the movies. He did half of them.
And more frightening.
Oh, and it did. His movies are completely different, right?
When I started, one thing that David and the studio spoke to me about was Emma is not sure she wants to come back.
Oh, the fame, was it too much, or?
I had my cronies.
I did find a dark.
Wait, what happened exactly?
Like,
if you guys could tell me a
I
bit.
can see that at times I was lonely. It started getting spicy for all of us.
But you considering pulling out? I never really spoken to you about this.
Yeah.
We never really spoke about it. I guess we were just kind of going through it at our own pace.
Yeah.
We were kind of in the moment at the time.
How would they just quit? Yeah.
The fame thing had finally hit home in a big way.
It's always amazing meeting people. These films mean so much to them because they kind of grew up alongside us. And
yeah, when you see the impact that you have, then keeps you on going, right?
We've got one thing that Voldemort doesn't have.
His family, his friends, people
My
you
son,
care for.
Billy, we used to watch them every night.
I'm really looking forward to watching the films with my hypothetical children one day.
It's massive, the impact.
In a while, in like a decade or two.
I was writing to J.K. Rowling since I was about 11 years old to say thank you to her.
Literally anyone can come.
That's my ticket. Off we go. Let's go to London.
Oh, okay. Wow, okay.
I remember him talking to me, and I kept forgetting that I have to talk back to him because I'm so used to watching him on a screen. So I would just kind of be like,
really?
He is a bit spacey. The movies kind of gave people permission to accept parts of themselves. So it was quite liberating to see your oddness as a superpower represented on screen.
Everyone wants to know that they do belong. It's a great relief of loneliness, I think.
Bonnie was kind of, when she arrived, she was only 9.
I always found
she immediately had a crush on
relationship, how that kind of slowly developed.
Everyone on this set has known you for about 6 or 7 years, and they've watched you grow up, and they're now going to just watch you kiss. Cool, yeah.
Yeah, kind of weird. Yeah.
Did you get anything? Because I stole quite a lot.
Trying to steal my wand. Well, I've been assured that in time, with enough practice. Oh yeah, you got to do it, didn't you? Yeah,
and they said, so we will take your cue.
Yeah.
When you do your spell, it will blow up.
Oh my, yo, you got one take,
The child who hasn't received affection, the enabling love of the parent or...
Exactly. Now he's seeking approval.
Please let me help you.
Don't do this again.
Help. Don't you understand?
No, you don't.
I remember David Yates saying if we can get just 1% of empathy or sympathy for him, then we'll have done our job.
Definitely got it from me.
There is responsibility in what he's expected to do. And to
100%.
watch Tom, it was just so impressive.
No. Avada Kedavra.
Yo, what an ending to a movie. What an ending. Oh.
I guess like shocking that so many people that they both thought
so
would
many
be
actors were
around
gone.
for much longer than they
So many actors
have been, like Helen and Alan and Richard and...
Yeah.
It does not do to dwell on dreams, Harry, and forget to live.
You see some really good quotes, some actual good quotes.
He was this devilish 11-year-old trapped in a 70-plus-year-old man's body.
Will you give us another 12, please?
Richard Griffiths was just delicious.
There's no
Okay, yeah.
magic.
He embraced his wickedness.
I feel really lucky to have some little bit of touch with the amount of just amazing people that have passed.
The Dark Lord himself forbade me to speak of this.
I just met the best actress I've ever seen in my life. Frankly, adolescent laughter were on the set.
She had this ability, just to sort of...
Very recently,
show
her
such,
passing away.
Empathy in our eyes.
Yeah, we didn't get much of her.
Alan was a very dear friend. I was a little intimidated by him, his precision, his expert.
Voldemort was intimidated by him.
Toe to toe in a funny way, you know, Snape.
And you can always find them in here.
Okay, this is really sweet. This is really sweet. Adding Robbie to that list as well. That's sweet them in the middle doing something like this, right? They're definitely hollows. Oh, yo, we're getting montages over here. So loud, so intense. Oh, yeah, the map. Okay, okay, that's cool, that's cool. Okay, we're getting the actors now. Something worth fighting for. The 2 final movies.
It's weird. I'm having like weird nostalgic moments. Remember my hamster? Did anyone remember my hamster?
Yes.
Millie.
Yeah, I didn't remember the hamster's name. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
They made a coffin for it, the carpentry department. You know?
When Millie died, the set designers built Millie her own custom-made wooden coffin that had velvet on the inside of it.
We all still look better than we do in the epilogue, which is great. Like, we've made it in before that.
Oh, yeah. The ending, the aged up versions, right?
I think David Yates used to describe us as astronauts because no one else has really experienced
that's true.
Scale, and we'll be kind of forever bonded by that.
Knowing we sort of needed to take care of each other in just small ways. If we were doing a stunt, I trusted that one of you would catch me.
Oh, that's sweet. That's really sweet.
The tone was a lot darker. It felt like a different film.
I felt like he had a moment to shine. In part 1, he really shined.
A scene that I thought was going to be really awkward and I wasn't sure about at all, which was us doing our dance. Like, because the level of familiarity that you and I had with each other at that point, I don't think I could have done a scene like that with another actor.
Came in and was like, hey, how about you do slow dancing to Nick Cave for 5 minutes? You're like, wait, what movie are we walking at? Like,
yeah, wait, what? How was this? Does it really fit in the Harry Potter universe? While thinking about it, while watching it, it did not, come to my mind, but...
I felt like you and I got to have a moment of fun.
Yeah,
which we also
needed at that point. Yes,
absolutely.
Treacherous little bleeder.
Honestly, I remember you and I, Emma, becoming incredibly competitive.
Ridiculously competitive,
about who was going to run faster.
Yeah, messing up his face, so he doesn't look like Harry.
I do actually remember the 3 of us telling each other that we were doing a good job.
We had started off young and really not knowing what we're doing. I guess we're all getting better.
I mean, that makes sense. That makes sense, too.
Obviously, us kissing was the most horrifying thing.
Yo, imagine for him, like, what? What? It was one for me. It was horrifying for you?
I love Hermione's romance and the way that sort of just bubbles away under the story constantly. Because we're doing the kiss this week between Ron and Hermione.
What?
Doing the kiss between Ron and Hermione in
This week?
In the Chamber of Secrets. It was almost like prepping them for a major sports event.
Yeah, but what's weird is, like, how many people were watching? That's what's weird. It's not just them too, right?
It was
That's
meant
what's
to be
weird.
like this, like, dramatic. And I was just really scared we were never going to get it because we just couldn't take it seriously.
Significantly, that I was just being an absolute dick about this. And
Oh
was
my
like, I'm
God.
gonna come on set and watch you guys kiss.
I knew I was going to kind of have to be the one to kind of make this thing happen because Rupert was not going to. So I
Be the
just had
serious
to
one.
go for it.
I just remember your face getting closer and closer to mine.
Every time you talk about this, you make it sound like an actual horror show in your head.
Why do you say it like that?
It's a very biblical image carrying Harry across the bridge.
It's as simple as that.
The hat was. But then at the end, he saved the day. Wish we had more time just setting him up maybe a bit. At least we got this moment.
People die every day. We lost Harry tonight.
Everybody got a moment to shine, even Neville.
Which therefore, by extension, found what I am.
And I really wanted something earthier and more intense and more visceral than that. Spiritually, if you like.
Yeah,
in a
yeah.
strange, horcruxy way.
I just wish more people were there and finally, like everybody came here.
Into it. We were exhausted, I think, at the end.
He got it. Harry got it. The wand does not belong to you. You're really... It's like Thanos. It's really like Thanos.
Who are you?
Hello, my name is Emma Watson, playing the part of Hermione Granger.
First day. First day.
After all this preparation,
Finally happening.
I mean, kids, being kids,
Think about it now, Rue. As you look back on,
Oh my god, them dressing up, okay, making a cosplay of themselves.
Ron was my favourite character, so it was so cool
Of course.
being in the film.
It's almost like we did the most extreme form of method acting. The way it feels for me now, seeing you here having had time apart, feels like you're like a pillar of my life.
It's a strong bond that we'll always have. And
Yo, they should get together. I don't know who's married, who's not, whatever, but if not, they should get together.
I love you as a friend.
Of course, you had
Just
that.
to be clear for everyone watching.
When we were all wrapping up those final scenes, one of the last shots we did in the entire shoot.
We were
Yeah, the older
diving
scene.
past the camera and landing on this huge crash mat.
We had to like jump onto a map, basically, to travel into another world.
A happy ending, the last shot. You know it's gonna be the last ever.
All three of us were like utterly devastated.
Every part of my life is connected to Potter.
There's something about Harry Potter that makes life richer. Like when things get really dark and times are really hard, stories
Go back to the first
give us
movie.
places we can go where
it's amazing to be a small kind of part of that. And
Every child wonders how they're going to fit in.
I cannot believe that he
every
is
child
Dobby.
goes on.
Dobby will always be there for Harry Potter. Harry.
Harry.
And that's what's so profoundly therapeutic and good about it, is it's made people who otherwise feel lonely.
Most of the fans like that come up and say hello to me now weren't even born when we made the film, so
Yeah, that's crazy.
quickly makes you feel slightly
That's crazy.
older.
There's something about those, the escapism you find, the healthy form of escapism. That I think
You
is
wanna
kind
boost
of
it
what
for-
Harry Potter does.
Finest gamekeeper in Hogwarts, last day on Harry Potter.
You know, this is sad. Just look at his face, seeing the emotion at all, right?
The legacy
Reliving
of the
these
movies is like my
times.
children's generation, so you could be watching it in 50 years' time. Easy. I'll not be here, sadly, but...
Oh, yo! Oh my, yo, that's, okay, that's sad.
I can't really explain to you, like, they're such good people. They're so kind.
Growing up together, yeah.
They both took the responsibility of it really seriously, and I appreciated that so much.
I feel so lucky to be where I am and to have the life that I have and be able to work with the people I work with now. But none of it is possible without this.
They worked very, very hard. 8 movies in like 10, 11, 12 years. Incredibly impressive.
After all this time, always.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was it for the Harry Potter reunion. Let me know your thoughts. The return to Hogwarts. First time really watching a whole documentary like that. Really, mix of a making of a reunion, all of that together, getting excerpt behind the scenes was definitely what I wanted to see, and I got a ton right here. I really love it. The little bloopers, you know, the little gag reels that we got here and there, seeing like so much of a set, so much being practical, and especially in those days, of course, a ton of CG for being something sci-fi fantasy like this. But so much on this. Cannot wait to be seeing more of this with the live shows. I know that the musicals, they're pretty long. I think there were like 2 or 3. I don't know if I'm just going to be doing the first one, if I'm going to be doing the other ones. I don't know if it's just a recreation or totally different stories or whatnot. Harry Potter musical, something like that. And also the Fantastic Beasts. I know that they are rated a bit less, but still really want to see and check them out. Give them a fair chance. And yeah, just wanted to thank y'all so much for joining me for this Harry Potter journey, and so much more videos of the channel, so many other things. You can check out some Patreon exclusive videos and much more down below. Full-length reaction to all of this as well, uncut, can be found in the link in the description below, right there. So check that out, and yeah, thank y'all so much for watching. And you can click here and here to check out 2 other videos of the channel, here and here. Check it